Thank you for coming to this sermon tonight, everybody. I really do appreciate your continued support for this congregation. Ever since my previous DUI arrest, it has been a very difficult road full of many challenges. And I just really do appreciate your continued support, so thank you. Just keep in mind that every single donation does matter, and I do appreciate your money. Recently, we have been spending our resources trying to track down the witch that intoxicated me under the orders of the devil to crash my car. We are still searching for her, and we are still trying to free the town from her clutches. So really fill that donation basket tonight. Thank you. Hey man, I really hate to say this. You were gonna hit that tree even if you didn't take those oxys. 19 beers is a lot. Anyway, welcome to Sulfur. You're here now. It's really mostly just this church. I'm sure that'll change though in the future. When you're not off actively tracking the witch, you're probably gonna be spending a majority of your time like managing your inventory or something, smoking sulfur, drinking ink. Anyway, to fund all of that, you're gonna have to bring a bunch of gear into some locations, kill some shit, find some loot, get out. Does that sound familiar? There's even some quests you can do that'll give you stamps that you can then spend on storage, like the snake basket or plumbing. You can even customize your gun too. Does your gun shoot too fast? Make it semi-automatic. Are bullets boring? Make them explode. Are you hesitant to harm another living creature due to the damage that it could do to your karmic cycle? Turn it into a squirt gun. With oils and scrolls, anything is possible. I just ruined this gun. So Baby's first adventure is probably going to consist of a nice leisurely stroll through the caves, which is, it's mostly just rooms connected by hallways, pretty straightforward. Occasionally he'll come across like a graveyard, a big room with a big boy hole. But for the most part, it's really just room after room. Keep an eye out for breakable walls and you'll be fine. Just remember, non-combatants still give experience, even the children. After you kill the shit wizard, you can head back to the church, drop off some items, and then you'll be ready for a night on the town. Town is a little bit trickier than the caves. You got more enemies with guns, you got longer sight lines, and you got this fucking haze that obscures your vision at long range. Do you like getting shot by an enemy that you can't even see? You'll learn to. Other than the sight lines, some buildings have interiors, which will just turn a simple alleyway into a fucking three-way gamble. Where are you gonna get shot from? Right around now is probably when you're gonna need to start cooking, literally and figuratively. Food's really strong. It doesn't only provide healing, it can also provide benefits like removing burning and poison, giving you movement speed, accuracy when moving, all that fun stuff. Pro tip for you, fondue's really good and really easy to make. As for your guns, please use the oils in the scrolls. I hoarded them for a long ass time and just refused to use them. And then when I eventually did, the game got better and easier. Go figure. When you get to the end of town, you'll be rewarded with a prison and a very chaotic boss fight. The trick is that there's 3 people shooting at you and they teleport in these little fucking doors and the raised platforms, you just kind of teleport around. Good luck. The good news is that the town boss gives you a guaranteed 2-chest spawn. The bad news is you're gonna have to go through the sewers. There's no respite at the church. Now you actually can use the medallion to leave and then start back at the sewers, but don't tell anyone that. Honestly, the sewers kind of suck. You got long sight lines, you got tight corridors, you got doorways that act as choke points, you got water, you got shit in the water. I don't like it here. On the bright side, you can also find a fridge here though, which is fitting because the sewers is a really good source of food. Don't think about it. After you get a fresh of breath air after leaving the sewers, you'll be thrown into the hedge maze. This place isn't actually that bad save for the unkillable mobs, but just keep moving and you'll be fine. Just don't get hit. Keep in mind, you're gonna have to be sprinting through here until you beat the next 2 areas. And on an unrelated note, a scroll of explosion only costs 2 scroll of fire. By this point in the game, you should have a pretty good build going. I certainly did. If you don't, this area might be kind of difficult. What with all the, let me check my notes here. Hallways, ranged enemies, rooms, enchanted enemies, platforming, enemies that close the gap quickly, and all of those will stack. Better yet, you'll occasionally be thrown into an area where you can't actually retreat and you'll be rushed. So now with all of that being thrown at you, you'd probably expect the boss to be kind of difficult or challenging, but I kind of thought it was a joke. So now that you've gotten through the dungeon, there's actually going to be a shortcut at the end of the maze, which is kind of nice. I like the vibe here, honestly. It's royal and clean. Unfortunately, it seems that the proletariat got a little uppity. We fixed that problem though, don't worry. I honestly don't think Castle's that bad. I think the worst part is mostly just the enemies that spawn. Like, you got the boss from town and the boss from dungeon that are just normal enemies now. It's also mostly like wider hallways and then occasionally like some closer rooms. But goddamn, when you get a flail fucker in one of those close rooms, it really slows down the progression. Once you eventually fight your way through the castle halls, you'll be presented with Saint Lucia, a bad bitch. I have no idea how this fight works. I'm gonna level with you. The forest is completely fucked. It's nighttime, you got flying enemies, wide open spaces with no clear path of progression, and everything's beefy. I fear this place. Be nice to Mushroom Boy, he's gotta survive out here, keep that in mind. When you eventually fight your way through the fucking forest, you get to meet Terror Bomb. He's a tree, he has eyes, he spits crows, he rains your bullets down on you, and he spins. I stopped working on this video for like 7 months. And I got a new camera, so... The fortress is even more confusing than the forest. You have buildings that lead into alleyways, that lead into buildings that lead into dead ends. I was constantly lost. And on top of that, you got your friend's felon older brother popping out with his blick, you got Naruto cosplayers, and you got the local flasher. I hope you're not allergic to cake. Eventually, you'll make your way through a cave system and some spas before re-emerging back into the city, just in time for your meeting with the, Worm Emperor. Also known as the Spider Monkey. I actually like the desert. Running around, shooting moles, dodging snipers. The fog isn't actually that bad as long as you have a sight, until you get turned around and then lost. I spent so much time running around, just wasting time until I found the one very easily missable passage that I needed to progress. Other than that, it's really just dodging the tornadoes until you can find Santa. I honestly don't like this boss fight, but I did also cheese every single other boss fight, which doesn't really work here. There's certain phases that you can't really damage him, like the rocket phase or the sniper phase, but once you whittle him down enough, he'll pull out a fucking minigun. Once you defeat Santa, you're given the task of LARPing as Moses, wandering the desert and parting the Red Sea. Behind the curtain is the church, but something's different. It's revealed that the events of the game are cyclical, destined to repeat on and on. Hope you're ready for this fight, because I wasn't. There's kind of a lot going on in this fight. She likes to teleport around and seems to be a Naruto fan. Not only does she throw crows at you, she also throws bombs at you. And I'm pretty sure at some point she channels the devil. But after you finally do manage to defeat the witch, the game ends just as it started. A burning church and a car crash.